And the reason why is because I don't have to work a job. But my goal is to encourage you and everybody else to go to the gym. Well, not just go to the gym. Like, get healthy, get your exercise, because, I mean, in the end, everybody dies. It's a proven fact, 100% of the people die. So I figure, let's encourage people to hit the gym. And it's kind of like Forrest Gump. You guys ever seen the movie Forrest Gump? Where Forrest just starts running, and then people think he's crazy at first, and like, what is this idiot doing? And then eventually one person realizes, hey, this guy has something I want to do. And then you get a lot of people, hundreds of people. And so now I do Olympic lifting. If you don't want to do Olympic lifting, I completely get it. Olympic lifting is something that not everybody can do or even wants to do. But the reason why I'm doing it is because I enjoy it. And I know I will be lifting every single day. Like 5 days. I've been doing it for 10 years, doing Olympic lifting. And in doing the Olympic lifting, I know I'll never miss. So I was like, hey, what's one thing I can do to go live to encourage people? And so going live with my Olympic lifting is one way to do it. Because I know I'm going to do it, and all I got to do is set up a camera and a phone. But 5 days a week, favorite thing to do. Today feeling pretty good. Hopefully today I do better than yesterday. Yesterday was not as good as I was hoping. But I do Olympic lifting, snatch and clean and jerk. Did I ever tell you guys that every day is leg day? Like literally every single day is leg day. Sometimes twice a day is leg day. But who else is going to the gym today? I mean, you can count on me. Like, if there's anything you can count on me doing, it's going to the gym and doing my Olympic lifting. In fact, every night I go to bed thinking, I'm so glad I get to go lift tomorrow. In fact, when I leave the gym, it's almost like a letdown. It's just waiting until the next day of lifting. Is it funny? Does anybody else feel like that? But I've been doing Olympic lifting forever, so 10 years now. A lot of people ask me if I'm going to ever compete doing Olympic lifting. Never have. I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if I care to. It's just so much fun for me to do this. Actually, I can take that back. I compete against my old self. I see what my last weights were, what I did the last time doing the programming. Then I always try to beat that. Because, great movie quote from a movie called Tommy Boy. In this life, you're either growing or you're dying. There's no third direction. So, I totally, heartedly agree with that. You're either growing or you're dying. There's no third direction. So, might as well keep growing as best as you can. So, yep. But I mean, this for an entire year, 5 days a week, day 67. It was funny when I was first recording or going live. I was kind of talking very quietly, kind of whispering underneath my breath like this, just talking randomly. But now, because I've been doing it so long, I realize everybody else has headphones in. Nobody's paying attention to me, so I can go ahead and talk as long as I want, as loud as I want, as much as I want. And talking to yourself is not nearly as distracting as dropping 300 pounds from over your head to the ground. That'll definitely get people's attention. Okay, so sorry. Avert your eyes. I gotta tie my stupid string. Okay, so today's going to be a complex of different movements. But today, we get to start with squats. Did I tell you every day is leg day? Every single day is leg day. And when I say every day, I'm serious. Literally every day is leg day. And sometimes twice a day. So today, I have been recently putting off squatting till after snatch and clean and jerk, because lower back gets a little tight and tense. So I was trying to save that, but today we're not going that heavy. We're only doing 361 by 3, which never go down in weight, never round down. So rounding up is 365 by 3, which must not, I mean, for me, it's not terrible. Like I should, Lord willing, be able to do just fine doing this. So start with 165. Now what I like to do, I usually don't, well, I hate looking at the mirror, but the other thing is I hate backing up to the rack after I have the back squat. So I'm gonna have to face the mirror. So my first squat, I usually sit in a deep squat, as deep as I can. Just sit here for a minute, bounce, just get my hips opened up because you want to get your ligaments and everything warmed up. But I feel, unless you go below parallel, it's not a true squat. Like if somebody squats to here and goes back up, no, those are hack squats, I think they're called, but not full squat. This is a full squat. All right. So excited to get into squats today. It's funny, I did squats yesterday too. What did I get? Did I get 385 by 3, if I remember correctly. I got 385 by 3. Did at 395 by 1. This is a good day. Now the snatch and clean and jerk were garbage. Absolutely trash. But yeah, still squatting every day. It's either front squat, back squat, overhead squat. I rarely do deadlift. It's not a part of my programming. It's a different technique than the clean and jerk. So I don't like throwing off my clean. So I rarely do regular deadlifts, even though I love them. Deadlifts are amazing. There's only one movement as I get old that I would do. It'd be deadlift. Like let's say I'm 70 years old, I'll probably still be deadlifting. Just picking something off the ground. Probably what I'll still do. All right, so it was 275. This is still a warm-up weight. I think 295 is my starting weight. But I don't like jumping from 135 to 295. I like sitting in the squat. A little more heavy than I wanted it to. Now the downside about doing squats first is doing squats first, like legs are not 100% warmed up yet, like they would be if you already did snatch and clean and jerk. A lot of reps at lower weight. So, all right. So we'll start at 295 starting weight. So you'll see, really don't have to rest that long on the squats. And in general, I'm trying to make my sets, time between sets shorter. So I'm kind of pushing myself just a little bit before I'm ready. All right, 295. Let's get 3. Won't pause on this one, just knock out 3. Not terrible, that was good. I mean, it feels okay from doing squat every day, doing legs every day. Feels good to me. I'll take it. Am I the only one that does legs every day? What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. I want to know. Am I dumb for doing legs every day? Or do you do legs every day? And how many days is every day? I know 295, 315, probably 315, that'd be fine. The most my body can handle is 5 days a week at this intensity that I push. That I need one day to rest in between. So the 3 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, lifting heavy. Thursday off, don't lift. Friday, Saturday lifting, and then Sunday off. I've pushed more than that. My body just starts falling apart. All right, 315. But what does every day mean? Well, for me, it's 5 days a week. Legs 5 days a week. All right, let's do 3 at 315. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't like using the word bad when I'm lifting. Try to be positive words. That was good. Pretty good. All right, so 365, which would be the yellow one. My headphones are dying. Okay, I need 5s. He's using those. All right, I'm walking around looking for 5s. Here we go. 5s and 2.5s on the Smith machine. Just where it should be. I'm joking, actually. 2.5s should not be on the Smith machine. Maybe it's just a storage place, but it's like, if you're using a Smith machine, you're already using something that helps you, takes away the weight. So 2.5 is not necessary. On each side, whatever. All right, so what is this? 345, I think. As you can tell, I'm terrible at math. 345 on. 315 plus 30. Yep, 345. Let's do this 3 times. And my battery is dead on my headphones, which if you've been to any gym, any box gym, any gym that is like made for the masses, usually the music is absolute, well, not usually, always it's terrible, but depending on which gym, the severity of how terrible it is, it changes. So it's like a must. You have to have your own headphones. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it just kicks right over and not. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we got 3 here, 3 here. At 345. Let's do it. Okay, so I like to go fast, or relatively as fast as I can, but string them together because when you're in the hole on the clean or snatch, you want to be able to get out fast. 345 by 3. That was okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. 345. Let's do 365. The weight is 361, which at 361, you never round down, so I can't do 360. I mean, if you round down, it's like you're shortchanging yourself. We don't have off weights here, too. I can't go like to 62 or something like that, 362. So it's by 5s. So we move up. You're here to progress. Don't shortchange yourself and go down in weight. Oh, and not everybody knows why the weight would be an off weight. So what you do is you take, and my programming does this, I don't do it. But I'm gonna go get some, I'm gonna grab a towel while talking to you, but you take your 1 rep max. Caleb!
My man.
What's up, brother?
Pleasure to see you, brother.
You too. Yeah, you take your 1 rep max, let's say it's 100 pounds of whatever you're doing, and the programming will tell you each weight at a percentage and how many reps. At least my programming does this. So if the first set, you're supposed to do, let's say 3 reps at 70% weight, well, it'll be 70 pounds. 70 pounds of 100, or 70% of 100 is 70 pounds. So this percentage of your max weight, and that's when it gets, you know, they might have it like, well, my 1 rep for back squat is probably 425-ish, but whatever percentage, 80% of 425, whatever that is. Anyways, hopefully that makes sense, but that's why you get off weights. You get good programming, it'll give you the percentages, not your weight. So, all right, so we got 365. We're gonna try to do this fast. Here we go. And again, when I say fast, it's just, I'm not trying to take forever. I'm just trying to move fast, just like if I were underneath the bar and a clean and jerk or snatch. 365. Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Could have been better, but wasn't terrible. Not bad. I like it. I like it. Positive. Positive. Pretty good. Pretty good. But yesterday, did back squats as well. I wish this programming would have more front squats and overhead squats. Maybe I'll just incorporate that on my own. But this program does not have as much of a front squat or overhead squat that I'd like. So I'll probably just add that in as an ancillary lift. Ancillary or extra movement that I can do. All right. A lot of work changing bars. I've got 2 bars, 1 for each of you. One's my Olympic lifting bar from Rogue, and another one is the gym bar. It's not terrible, it's actually pretty decent, but people abused them, and the knurling, the grip, is gone on them. Yep. All right, here we go. I am so pumped now. Oh, this one's gonna be tougher. So this one is, we got complex. First it's snatch, 3 reps, then overhead press. What is it? Snatch grip push press, 3, then 3 overhead squats. It's not going to be heavy weights because the push press, push press is, I could overhead squat a lot more than I can push press. And so you think about it, it's just trying to get you in that complex movement, you know, getting all those things tying together. So we'll see. We'll do it. I'm not a big fan of doing complexes because they're tired. They make you tired very fast. All right. So I'll do 135 snatch, 1 rep. And toying with the idea, should I use straps? Let me show you guys. So it's been, since it's cold, it's been really cold. but I can show you guys. Probably don't want to see it, but you can see like right there, tore the skin. It's basically from overextending, like doing that when I catch it. So it's torn right there. But that's in the clean and jerk. Snatch is a little better. Kind of want to use the wrist straps just to get my hands, hopefully strengthen them up a little bit. Well, it's not heavy. I'm only going up to 215, I think. So it's not heavy, so I might as well do it. All right, 135. 135 snatch. Man, when you look forward to going to the gym, it makes the day better, at least for me. I mean, my goodness, I used to not, like, I used to dread going to the gym. But now I've been doing it for 10 years. It's like I can't. It's like sleeping. I have to sleep, so same thing. I have to go to the gym, 135. What? That was, pay no attention to that lift. That was terrible. See me walk backwards? That's not normal. That was no technique. No technique whatsoever. Okay, let's do it again. Big pull, keep those hands moving. And that was better. So I usually just open up with my snatch at 135, just warming up. And then clean and jerk 185, usually where I start at. But I like doing a full snatch as well, so that I get into that deep position. That felt good. I mean, it was light, but I gotta look at what the weights are, because I don't know with this complex what it's gonna be. Let's see. I think I'm gonna move the camera just a hair. Yeah. For YouTube is just a little off. What do you think? If somebody's in my shot and they come next to me, is that my fault? Probably. All right, 165. Sorry, it's 162 is the first weight. Then 176. What we round up? I'm supposed to do first two are 9 reps, so 3, 3, 3. Then it changes. 2, 2, 2. All right, so what is that? 165. So it's supposed to be 162 right now. So if it's 162, we go up to 165. Don't shortchange yourself. And I did just explain why the percentages. Basically, it's off your max weight you can do in a certain movement, and there's a percentage, 70%, 75, 80, 85%, that you're supposed to do. And when you do that weight, or when you calculate out that weight, sometimes they're off, like 162 pounds instead of by fives. And this gym only has them by 5 pound increments, so always round up. I mean, why would you shortchange yourself? Okay, give me a sec. I'm going to. This is going to take some effort. Because when you think about it, I mean, it's 3 movements. It's not terrible, but it's, I'm just got to put some chalk on my hands and stuff. But this is, if I could, at least right now, if I could just lift weights the rest of my life would be good. Like, I love hunting, fishing, hunting more than fishing personally, but I love golfing, skiing, doing all that stuff. But that is all supplement to my lifting. Isn't that weird? Like if I had a choice to go on, golfing, and I had to skip lifting, I wouldn't do it. I have to program, or I have to have my golf outings scheduled around my regular lifting. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna do no hook grip just to keep my hands, because if you can't see it, but man, my hands are getting chewed up. So let them heal a little bit. So we're gonna no hook grip, but it's snatch 3, overhead press or press 3, then overhead squat. You'll see. Here we go. So this is 165. And if you need to do full snatch, then do it, but it's just easier doing power snatch. The reason why it's easier, you don't have to squat all the way down. Squat back up. My left foot did not move on that one. I gotta get, okay, so this third one, you just hold the bar up and you do the rest of the movements. Here we go. So then reset, and then push press. Overhead squat. So it's 3, 3, 3. So that is one set. We go up in weight. So next weight is 172, I think. No, let me check. I can't remember. This is now 176, which is 180, which 180. It's just easier putting on 185. The yellow one. 185 is going to be so much easier than 180. So glad I don't have to do 180. 185 is going to be so much easier. So much easier doing 185 than 180. Always thinking positive thoughts like, hey, this next lift is going to be so great. Don't think, oh, that last one's bad, and then you try to do the next lift. Move on from that last lift, learn from it. But then, your next lift is going to be even better. Bruce Lee, he talked about that. If you have negative thoughts in your head, negative things will happen. Positive, positive. All right, I apologize, I gotta blow my nose. I warned you. Okay, here we go. So, my hair is crazy. I took a cold shower. Does anybody else take cold showers or cold plunges? Definitely wakes you up. I don't know if it does anything else to your body, but wakes you up. So because I'm trying to heal my hands a little bit, kind of want to use straps. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Use straps. Wrist strap, just to let my hands heal. Hopefully they're gonna stop tearing, but we just keep lifting through it. All right, 185. So remember, it's 3, 3, 3. 185. 3 snatch, 3 push press, 3 overhead squat. And I always reset because I want to have a good technique every time. I mean, as best as I can. Kind of good string them together, but I don't want to get any. I mean, my technique is not that great, so as much as I can do to make it from getting any worse. So always reset. I'm not doing CrossFit, so I'm not trying to go fast. Just to get the work in. Best technique as possible, strong as possible. I tell you, wrist straps make lifting so much easier. It takes your hands out of the equation. So much easier. Little shots of pain going to your brain are gone. So, all right, so next is push press and overhead. 5. I don't know why, but I do bring my hands in. That's good. I don't know what the next weight is, but I think it's by twos. So instead of 3 each movement, it'll be 2. So I'm trying to get my speed between sets better. So I'm not sitting down as much, or at least trying not to. This wasn't terribly heavy, so not doing too bad. Okay, 189, which is 195, then 205, then 216 by 2. Piece of cake. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be so easy. I love it. Yeah, if you would have told me when I first started doing CrossFit that I'd love Olympic lifting and do this 5 days a week, I'd say you're crazy. I mean, such is life, right? Something you have no clue that you're gonna like or be somewhat decent at. Yep. Then all of a sudden you start doing it, you enjoy it. Who knows, it could be anything. Golfing, pottery, I don't know, whatever, you name it. Music. So I guess this is what I'm good at. Or when I say good, enjoy. All right, not completely ready yet, breath-wise, but we're trying to get faster. All right, body. You're ready. I don't care if you can't breathe. You're ready, just do it. 195 by 2 by 2, tied 2. And if you're an Olympic lifter and you see anything in my technique that's off that I need to change, please comment. I want to know. Even if you think, hey, this is stupid. Why in the world would anybody doing these lifts? I don't mind those either. I don't care what other people think, but I don't mind them. Isn't that funny? Here we go. So, gotta keep moving after this one. All right. See, that wasn't bad, was it? No, that was good. Some people ask, hey, where do you get your programming from? The one, my current programming that I'm doing, Catalyst Athletics. Found their programming. They have a programming picker, like you tell it what you want, and then it tells you which ones to choose from. And so, just how I am, I know I need more intensity, more weights, more pushing of my body. That's just what I thought maybe I did the wrong weight last one. Nope. So I said I want the highest intensity, highest volume, highest weight, highest everything. Like, give me the most intense workout you can come up with. And this one that I'm doing now came up. Now I probably should do other ones, but I've been doing this one 4 years now, on and off. Like, I'll do this 8-week programming for 16 weeks with a couple deload weeks in the middle there. And I'll add in some other programming that I used to use back when I was doing CrossFit. But you do all those, and it's just, I love it. It gets you all the things you need to do. Movements. I almost fell just there. Hopefully you didn't see that. That was funny. I was gonna put my hand on here, but I missed it. I almost fell. Good thing I'm not geriatric and fall and break a hip. All right, so 205. It's supposed to be 203 by 222. So my left side is a little tight. I've been having my son with his elbow in my lower back, like right here, and he's 14, so he's he's not light. He's digging his elbow, and he loves hurting his dad, so that's perfect fit. All right, here we go. 205 complex, 222. Okay, I'm gonna try to do power again, and trying to get this bar up high. Good technique, big pull. Keep those hands moving. 205. See, I always get my head, I need my head to come all the way through and down so I have much more stability. I never do that. Let's try it on this next one. So this one I don't stop, I just move right into snatch press and then overhead squat. So glad I don't have to do 203. 205 is so much easier. All right, here we go. 205. That was better. See how my head came through? I purposely made myself do that. All right, here we go. Whew. Okay. Why are my feet cramping? Now loosen up my shoes. So yesterday my shoes were tighter than normal, I think, because I've noticed when it rains or overcast, a lot of pressure in the air, my shoes are tight. So it's gotten better, but still, still there. Okay, what's next? I think 216 is next, which probably need to go to 220. But if I'm already at 220, why don't I just do 225, 216. All right, I'm so glad I only have to do 225. If I had to do 216, that'd be hard. So I only have to do 225. That's so much better. That'd be so hard to do 216. Here we go. The reason why I'm not doing 216 because it's an off weight. We only go up by 5s in the gym. So we round up, but then it's just so much easier putting a red one on and a bunch of smaller plates and everything. So instead of 220, we go to 225. I think the only hard part is going to be the push press, snatch grip push press. I think it's the only hard part it's going to be, but we'll see. See how we do. Another reason why I like going live too, I'm not a fan of AI. I think AI is going to be the downfall of our society. People are not going to have critical thinking skills anymore, especially this new generation that all they ever know is AI. Oh, I gave AI a question, it answered me. That means that's what's true. I don't even have to think critically. But eventually, AI will be able to go to live. It'll be able to go live and answer questions and talk to people and do stuff. But right now, it can't. So I got a small window from going live for AI to now. All right, 225. Plus, I wanted to encourage people, so I figure without any extra work, all I got to do is go live. If I just go live and don't do any extra work, editing or posting or anything, done and done. All right, 225. We're going to do complex of snatch grip push press, and overhead squat. All right. I'm so glad I'm not doing 216. That's so much harder than 225. All right, here we go. Big pull, head through. That felt good. So my head came through. I purposefully said, okay, this time you're getting your head through. Okay, so after this one, I gotta hold the bar up and do the rest of the complex. And it's not a race. It's just you gotta get through. With me, I wanna get best technique as I can. There's no need to I'm not doing CrossFit. Head through. Head through. Big pull. Head through. That's what we're doing. Move those feet. 225. Ah, come on. Step forward. Nope, not done. So, gotta get my hands closer. That's a jerk. Shouldn't have done that. That was so much easier than 216, right? So glad I didn't do 216. Whew. Let's see. So that's the last part of this complex. And what's good is this complex is not so heavy that your total, amount of weight that you're making your body lift, it's not like it's 90% of your max, 95%, so you're really taxing it. It's just a little much more cardio, I guess, if you can call that, but like stringing things together. So even though I just did 225 on snatch, always start each movement like you just haven't even lifted that day. You got to get technique focused, get your body ready. It's a totally different movement, the clean jerk is, than snatch. Even though it looks the same, it's different. The big thing for me, my catch, the catch that I do in the clean, I wish I was better. I'm working on it. That's when you catch the bar on your chest and get your elbows fast up. There are people that are amazing at that. And you grab another towel. So taking a quick breather or 5-second breather to grab a towel. But I usually don't rest very long between snatch and clean and jerk. It's just another movement. You gotta do it. And I hate the way they make this towel dispenser so tight so you can't pull out a bunch of sheets at one time. Maybe that's why they make it so tight, so that people don't just take a ton of them all at once. Because you know I would. All right, got a long sheet. And my other gym used to have actual cloth towels that they washed and everything. But this place doesn't, so gotta make do with long paper towels. I don't like being drenched with sweat, so I get a towel. And I don't care what people think. They're like, oh man, I can't believe that dude uses all those towels. It looks so stupid. I don't care. Okay, so we're at 185. I think this is, oh, this one's tough. So this one's worse than the snatch one. Snatch one was not bad. This one you gotta do front squats in between. Power clean, front squat, power jerk. Ugh. It's a front squat, that's the thing. So we gotta do 195, 215, 230. Ugh. It's the front squat in between. That's what gets a little tough. You know what? I'm going to tape up my thumbs. My thumbs have been jacked up a little bit, and calluses are kind of rubbing off and being a little raw. So what we do, because we do a hook grip like that around the bar, it's really jamming right there. So what I'm doing now, I put tape, and it's not supposed to be tight. All it is just to be a barrier for your thumbs, your skin of your thumb to the bar itself. Just a barrier. Shouldn't be tight. You shouldn't cut off any circulation. So it should be able to just bend without cutting off any circulation, without being too tight. It's a little tight right now, so let me fix this. There we go. I start bending my thumb. This is just athletic tape, so it doesn't stretch at all. There we go. Much better. There we go. not cutting off any circulation. It's just to make sure that you don't really scrape the skin off of your thumbs, which I've done before. And it's not fun because then it makes it harder to lift. You still lift through it, but all right, here we go. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, I know I'm stalling because the front squats in this complex is so irritating. Okay, so try to get those fast elbows. I'm just gonna be doing cleans because it's only 185 and just getting my cleans going. Clean catch. You'll see. I'll share when I suck at it. See, that's terrible. Should be like that. Oh my goodness. I hate my clean catch. Absolutely hate it. If you guys know any way to get better at the clean catch, let me know because I'm bad at it. See? Should be like that. Now if I squat all the way down, there's something in my brain that actually makes me open up. Watch. That gets better. But then, tear my fingers. All right. But even though I suck at it, do I stop? Nope. Keep going. All right, so this one, it's not bad. It's only 195. So 3 front squats after 3 jerks, or sorry, 3 cleans, 3 front squats, 3 jerks. Man. Yes, even though I'm terrible at the clean catch, I still do it. Try to get better at it. Just gotta get better at it. All right, here we go. 195, complex. All right, let's do this. All right, fast elbows. So 3 cleans. That was, gotta get those elbows up. Come on. Come on. A little better. Okay, so after this one, then you do 3 front squats, 3 jerks. It's the front squats that makes it tiring. Yeah, it's only 195, but after doing 9 total movements, 3 clean, wait, what's my next weight? 3 cleans, 3 front squats, 3 over, or jerks, it gets tiring. All right, what do we got? Was it 2? What was that weight? 215 next, 230 next. After that, piece cake. You know, I used to do all the bro lifts. You know, the bros that sit around the bench press, 4 of them, all taking turns and stuff. Curls, lat pull downs, dips, like all that stuff. Used to do all that, but it got boring. For me, it's so boring. And you had to keep waiting for other people to get off the machines. That's just so irritating. So here, I just literally stay in this one spot the entire time. So I'm trying not to sit down, just to keep my speed between sets, getting that up. Didn't kind of tore my hands, but That'll be all right. Okay, here we go. So it's still 3, 3, 3, 3. Let's do it. Yeah, it's the front squats that get you tired. Oh, come on, it's only 2:15. What are you worried about? Stop being a little girl. All right, here we go. Should be up there. Come on. All right. I kick it because it starts bouncing this way. When it starts bouncing this way, I kick it the other way. All right. Come on, move those feet. Fast elbows. All right. Last clean. Right into front squats. Always hard. Bringing the jerk down, catching it, and then trying to. That is tough. I mean, it's only 2:15, I know, but after doing all that other stuff, I guess that's how you get better. I'd normally sit down, but I'm trying to get a little faster. When I get my set or time between sets faster. 2:30's next. It's actually 2:28, but who's counting? Oh, my goodness. These complex days, you're doing multiple things in a row. Definitely get you breathing hard. How much better it would be if I just had to do 3 cleans. That's it. Didn't have to do all this other stuff. Oh well. I am sweating up a storm. It's crazy. I think I'm listening to Wang Chung right now. Is it Wang Chung that does Dance All Days? I think so. I'm still breathing hard. I gotta blow my nose, sorry. I'm still breathing hard. Yep. Excuse me. All right, so I got, and yes, I'm still breathing hard. You know, it's funny, you look at me, I'm not ripped, I just like to lift, and I really don't even eat that much. I have a very, politely say, efficient metabolism. I mean, the other way to say it is slow metabolism. I maybe eat 1,500 calories a day. I mean, no joke. And I still don't lose weight. But at least I get stronger, so that's all I'm worried about. Okay, so, goodness gracious. All right, I'm still breathing hard. Well, I guess that's the way to get better. Not wait until you're done breathing. Here we go, 2:30. Let's do it. Not rested all the way yet, but feeling better. Fast elbows. A little better. I don't know if you noticed, but I start wide, but then when I let go, my hands come in for some stupid reason. Do it again. 2:30. Fast elbows. Big pull, fast feet. Fast elbows. That was better. Didn't move my hands. Could have been faster elbows. All right, this is the hard part. That was the easy part. Let's do it. 230. Oh. Whew. Yep, I usually don't grunt. But that was tiring. Oh, I'm glad the next one's only 2 reps by 2 by 2. I gotta sit down for a second. Whew. I'm not a fan of these complexes. I'm sure they make you better. But much more tiring than just doing a clean and jerk, just front squatting, just doing snatch. All right, well, let's see what's next. So again, I'm trying to make my time between sets faster because honestly, when I went back and watched my live, and I was like, dang, I sit down a long time through the sets. Well, what it was, I just would wait until I'd catch my breath there, the heart rate would settle down. But only way to get a larger capacity is make yourself do it. All right, 245, which I don't like doing 245. Should I just do 260? Or 250, I mean? Yeah, of course I should. 240 is so heavy, so hard. 245 is so much easier. So, let's do it. 245, it's too hard. 250, that's what I'm talking about. So much better. I know if you guys ever watch here, thinking, what in the world, Dustin? That's just stupid. A heavier weight is easier than the lower weight. Only positive self-talk. If you tell yourself it's light, it's easy, it'll be easy. Tell yourself it's hard, it'll be hard. So that's what I do. Okay, so 2. I'm still winded, but this is only 2 reps. So let me get a drink. It's only 2. Power is doing okay. Like, could be worse. Pretty happy with my power. Cleaning. Power clean. Getting my elbows around. Could be a lot better, but it's not as bad as it could be. All right, we got 250. Oh, isn't that great? I don't have to do 245. So much better. 250 is so much better. So much easier than 245. All right, here we go. So, only doubles. Big pull, fast doubles. My feet got too wide. You see how wide my feet got? I'm supposed to bend my knees, not spread my feet. All right. Right in the front squats. Right in the jerk. 250. A little better. Whew. I'm so glad I didn't have to do 245. That would have been hard. This was much better. All right, let me catch my breath. I think the next weight's 260, but 260, that's too many weights to put on. I could probably just put on 1 green plate. That'd be 265. I'm pretty sure 265 will be too easier than 260. Yeah, I'm sitting down because that definitely makes you breathe hard. Man, I listen to YouTube music. Apparently it knows I really like Leonard Skinner, and it's their song Freebird. It plays it all the time. I mean, you can't complain. Freebird's the best. One of the best songs ever. It does help that I'm naturally the type of person that hates rules. Who else hates rules? Hates rules. Now I follow laws, but rules somebody imposes on you, I hate rules. So I usually buck back against those. Well, that translates into liking Freebird. I'm free as a bird. Don't put me in a cage. I guess, I mean, that's probably what it is. It's just a terrific song. Ooh, another song's really good by Frank Sinatra, along the same lines. It's called My Way. Look it up. It's very awesome, especially if you like doing things to the beat of your own drummer. My wife hates it. She's never met a rule she didn't like. Every rule she likes. We gotta follow the rules. And I'm the type like, yeah, the reason why they make rules is for us to break them. I'm like, that's the purpose of a rule, for us to break them. What do you guys think? Am I wrong or is she right? Wait, who's right? My wife or myself? Not laws. Laws are different. I mean, you break a law, you get punished. As long as you're okay with that punishment, you can break the law. Like speeding, if you're okay with speeding, because the penalty is, I don't know, a couple, $200, $300, $500 speeding ticket. You could go to jail, don't get me wrong, but if that's the case, if you're okay with paying that money, go ahead and speed. Not saying you should, I'm just saying, as long as you're willing to pay the penalty. But I hate law, I hate rules, so. Okay, anyways, 265. Oh, it's so much easier than 260. Here we go, 265. Oh, and the solo's coming on. What's up? Freebird solo's on now, guys. That's so amazing. All right, 265. Complex. Supposed to be power, but I'm not mad because I got my elbows around. And no, I'm not trying to stall much. All right, 265. The hard part is bringing it down to your chest after the first jerk and then getting it back up. Okay, that was tiring. See, 265 was so much easier than 260. So glad I did 265 instead. And I already did back squats first. So next up I think is a clean pull, but we'll see. Whew. And you'll see I normally don't breathe this hard, but this is a complex, which means multiple movements. So clean, front squat, jerk to get you tired. All right, no more resting. I took off the tape because I'm not really going to be needing it, I don't think, off my thumbs. Oh, you know, it's funny too. I'm an extrovert, but when I'm working out, I definitely don't talk this much. There's nobody to talk to. But being an extrovert, I'm like, oh yay, got cameras on. I can talk to the camera, even though nobody watches. What is my snatch pull? 230, 4x4. I'll show you guys what snatch pull is. 230. Oh, my goodness, that was tough. And while I'm getting ready, while I'm doing the snatch pull, oh, this solo is so epic. When I'm doing the snatch pull, I'll be getting the bar ready for strict press. Always do strict press. Always, always, always do strict press. Always, always, always do strict press. Or push press, something. But did I ever tell you guys every day's leg day? Where's my 2.5? I lost. There it is. Every day's leg day. Every day's snatch day. Every day's clean and jerk day. Every day's a press day. All right. Oh my goodness. Still breathing hard from that. Whew. So 265. So you guys see why I talk myself into doing weights? Because if I would just stuck at 260, of course it would have been fine. You know, that's what the programming says. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. But I knew I could do 265. Now it was supposed to be power cleans, but I didn't. That's okay. The jerk is what I was thinking about, where you get the jerk over your head before you're done all that work, then you gotta bring it back down. And I'm not the best at that, so I brought it back down. Got another jerk again. That wears you out. All right, so I'm gonna show you a snatch pull. Snatch pull, you don't lift your arms up, it's just to your hips. And then extend on your toes. So I'll show you. All right, so it's the snatch pull. I use straps because I don't want to jack up my hands any more than they are. So, snatch pull. See, I'm not trying to pull the bar up higher with my hands. It's just getting to my hips, exploding up. And yes, it is tiring, just like any of this stuff. But I don't know if I've conveyed it, but every day, or I've conveyed it well, I used to, you know, do what everybody tells you. Legs once a week, a push day, a pull day, and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what you had to do. Nope, not true. In fact, your body can handle so much more than that. And if you look at what I just did, back squats, snatch, clean and jerk, pulls, press, but that's every day. And I get, like, push the limits of my ability, strength, and capacity, so that's the only way we get better. There's only one direction in this life. You're either growing or you're dying. No third direction. Let's keep growing. All right, 230, snatch pull. Oh, my goodness. All right, so I got 2 more of those. Let me go ahead and get ready for press, strict press. Yeah, I wear out towels fast. All right, I'm gonna get ready with the, since I don't need to sit down to rest, the pools are not that taxing. I mean, you're still breathing hard, but I can still walk around and do stuff. Then sitting down, you guys will notice I don't do any sets of Instagram. Never even look at Instagram. Definitely don't look at my email. That'll give me things to do. I'll wait until after I'm done lifting. Nothing interrupts my lifting time. Rarely nothing. You gotta be thinking, well, Dustin, what do you do? How do you feed your family? You got 5 kids. Honestly, 20 years ago, I started buying real estate that made me money every month. Cash flow, $500, $600 per property. Eventually, I got 30 properties, 35 properties. I was like, why am I working? This is for suckers. So 10 years now, 9 years, almost 10. Haven't had a job. All right. So this is 4x4 snatch pull. But yeah, I can work out 5 days a week because I don't work a job. Have you guys ever heard the term successfully unemployed? My wife came up with it. That doesn't say any retired. People think all you do is play golf and watch TV all day. Nope. I do a lot more things. I have 4 businesses in real estate and everything. And I like to lift weights. Oh my goodness. I'm getting tired. So I still got strict press and one more set of this. But I did back squats, then snatch, then clean and jerk. Whew. All right, just keep pushing yourself. No need to rest. This isn't that hard. Only 2:30. All right, here we go. Yep, tearing my hands. I probably can't see them. Dang it. All right, probably should put some tallow on my hands or something. I didn't use lotion. Petroleum-based stuff. Tallow works great. Okay, here we go. 4x4. Slow your knees, then go. My goodness, hands tearing. Oh, glad the pool is done. I am sweating up a storm. All right, I'm gonna get another towel. I appreciate you if you're on with me. This is day 67. I can't believe that. 5 days a week going live. Now, it's not that I can't believe going to the gym. I would go to the gym no matter what, 5 days a week. But 67 days going live. That's just fun. I'm breathing hard. I got my long towel. I usually go through, depending on how hot it is and humid, 3 or 4 of these big long towels in a day. Here it goes, show you. Oh. And I don't care how dumb it looks. Everybody always looks at me like, what's the guy doing all those towels? Well, wiping up sweat. Whew. I don't know how long I've been going. It feels like I've been doing this forever today. All right, next up, strict press. So we'll see how my shoulders have been achy. So let's see how well we do. So I do 5x5 starting at 185 and go up 10 pounds. There we go. I'm still not ready, but that's how you get better. Felt better than yesterday, I think. Well, yesterday was pretty rough. I don't know what I did. Well, I know. I was kind of analyzing why yesterday wasn't so good. I felt sleepy, tired. Not just tired, sleepy. I did take melatonin the night before, 5 milligrams, but it was like at, I don't know, 9 o'clock. You would think 12 hours later, stuff will be gone out of your system. Nope. It probably was still in my system. All right, I'm not done. I still got more, but this is the time. Change shoes, do the old Mr. Rogers thing. Still got more strict press, but I don't need my lifters right now, so I change them. But yeah, the reason why I could lift 5 days a week, 2 hours every day, plus hours every day, is because I invest. I bought real estate back in 2006. You know what the crazy thing is? 2006, market was going up. I bought real estate. 2008 was a crash. Everybody that I know that was a real estate investor, and you heard them on the news, they were all going bankrupt. All the real estate investors going bankrupt. I was worried. Actually, I thought I would go bankrupt too because all the other real estate investors were. The crazy thing was, I actually made more money. I got richer in the crash while all the other real estate investors were going bankrupt. I made more money. Do you know why that is? Leave a comment. I want to know if you guys know why. I'll tell you in a minute, but I just want to test you. But I made more money during the crash. All right, let me hit this, and then I'll tell you. All right, shoulders. You're going to do well, right? You're going to take care of me. 195. Let's get 5. This used to be my max. A little bounce, I know. So, I did not go bankrupt in the crash. In fact, I made more money. The reason why, I make money if the market goes up, if the market goes down, or if the market goes sideways. How do I do that? Well, number one, the reason why all the other real estate investors went bankrupt, it's called speculating. Or hope. They were hoping to buy a house and then get rich, hoping the value would go up. Did I do that? Not at all. In fact, I didn't care if the value went up. What was I investing for? Why did I buy real estate? My sole focus was quitting my job. And I knew if I was flipping houses, that's another job. If you don't flip the next house, you don't make money to feed your family. So I said, how can I make it more permanent where I'm constantly making money? Well, I bought them and rented them out. Each one make me $500 a month. That's cash, like in my pocket. That's not with or not including expenses. So I gotta go up in weight, don't I? So if I'm making $500 a month from one property, that's income. That's like money I can buy a car with or whatever, feed my family. If I could do that, can I do it more times? What if I did it 10 times? $500 a month, 10 properties turns into $5,000 a month. So I realized it's just a math equation. If I'm gonna get $5,000 a month, which back in 2012, 13, that was a lot of money. Now it's not, no it's not, but maybe it still is. All I had to do was get to 10 properties. I got to that fast. Got to 20, 30 properties, and then I was like, why? I'm losing money working here at this stupid job. And get this, I was working at the government too. I mean, if you know me at all, you know I'm very driven, and I wanted the illusion of stability, the illusion of a risk-free job, because that's all I was taught. Then I got laid off, and from that government job, which nobody gets fired or laid off from the government, but I did. And so I realized I need to take my life in my own hands and not be dependent on somebody else. So I just started buying lots of properties. Eventually, I didn't need to work anymore, so I laid off my boss. All right, here we go. That was 10 years ago. Man, that's amazing. All right, 205. Oh, come on. I should be able to do one more. I didn't want to bounce, though. And so here's a magic word. And the magic word is not passive income. Passive income is great. A magic word, 2 words. Cash flow. Cash flow. Where money comes into your pocket every single month. That's the magic. Now, if you can automate that, then that's passive income, but you just want to have income, be it from a business, real estate, whatever it might be. But that's how I got to where I am. And just imagine if you had 40 plus hours a week, 50 hours, 60 hours, where you didn't have to work for somebody else. You got to run a business, build a business, invest, go to the gym, do whatever you want. 40 plus hours back to you. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wait, did I just do this? Oh, I gotta do one more time, that's right. So I got 4, I gotta do 5. Let me get one more, and then we'll go up. Holy crap. I got 4 on that one. That was terrible. What in the world did I do there? I've never done that. Maybe I gotta stop talking so much, huh? That was weird. So I pushed it, and then I got forward, which made the bar hit the rack. All right, well, you can't let that stop you. Let's keep going. So you'll find out about me is like, my problem is not that I do too little in my lifting. My problem is I push a little too hard, and then I get sore, too much, overworked, possibly even hurt. So I work on that, not to get hurt. All right, what are we at? Okay, I need a breath for a second. It's 2:15. That's not light for me. That's kind of heavy. So, catch my breath for a second. But that's what I do. That's how I got my strict press stronger. I kid you not, when you can have your jerk stronger than your clean, and the clean's the hard part, once you clean it, you're like, oh, good, the hard part's over. Now I can actually jerk this, because I can. This is light. Let me go ahead and hit it. Oh, it makes life so much better. That's why I focus a lot on strict press, push press, and jerk. All right. I think I might be ready. Let's try it. 2:15. All right, shoulders. You got it. 2:15. That was a little push. Ooh, I'm lightheaded now. That's terrible. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Big reason why is the one right before this, the strict press went up and hit the bar, or hit the rack. Then this one, I wouldn't say I passed out at all, but I definitely got lightheaded. So, but anyways, whew, what a day of lifting. I didn't think I was going to get 265 on the clean and jerk, but I did. All right, but if you were listening at all about the real estate investing, that's how I could not work a job and still do all this sort of stuff, feed my family,